We live in a time of major uncertainty. From the pandemic that has taken the lives of people around the world, to political corrosion, to blatant racism, a fluctuating economy, and so much more. Living in 2020 is living in a world full of fear and worry. And you are not the only person that is feeling that way right now. That queasy feeling in your gut right now as you go about your day, you are not the only one. You are not the only person that avoids turning on the TV or going on social media because of a constant state of uncomfortable news that can just simply turn your day around in a negative way. For those of you that are like me, you often live in a state of anxiousness. 2020 is quite difficult to navigate. In my daily world, I speak with people like you every single day. I'm often told about people's heightened state of anxiety and frustration and sheer helplessness. On a personal level, many of my friends, my colleagues, and even my family are simply unsure how and where things go from here. My friends and my family, they're just simply exhausted from living in a life that seems hopeless. As human beings, we simply do not function well in a world driven by hopelessness. We don't like what we don't understand. In fact, it scares us. So the question becomes, how do we move forward with our lives? How can we navigate these waters of uncertainty? Even with all of the craziness that has been going on in the world, we can not only grow from this, we can not only grow as individuals, but we can become better. Dealing with uncertainty requires you to live in discomfort. You must be willing to experience that discomfort and thrive in it. Dealing with uncertainty requires you to live with negative thoughts in your head. I'm talking about those thoughts that include things should be this way and they're not, or the thoughts where you try to predict the future, or the thoughts where you put yourself in these what-if scenarios in your head, often of which lead you to thinking about nightmare scenarios that most likely will never happen. It's important for you to catch these thoughts and stop them in their tracks and change them into a positive, forward-thinking ideology. Dealing with uncertain times requires you to be resilient. Our anxiety stems from us not fully understanding how good we are at dealing with situations like this. You have to not only recognize that, but you need to fully believe that you are resilient. You have the resiliency to power your way through these uncertain times right now and beyond. And last but not least, dealing with uncertain times, uncertainty, it requires you to focus on only things that you can control. As the lyric from the hit musical Hamilton states, I am the one thing in life I can control. You cannot control the governments and their actions. You cannot control the virus or how people react to it. You cannot control racists and their antiquated ideals. You cannot control how and when schools reopen. You cannot control your friends, your family, your coworkers, your wife, your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, whatever it is. You can't control them, but you can control you. You can control your approach, your actions, your mindset. Think more about the solution for you and less about the fact that you can't control other people. Look, 2020 is a difficult year. There's no denying that. There is no denying that realistically, we may still be in this same position when the clock strikes 12 on New Year's Eve. This may sound crazy to say, but there are going to be some blanks in life right now that you're not going to be able to fill in, but that's okay. There are going to be reasons that you're searching for that may never come. There may be reasons that you may never find. And that's okay. There's going to be plans and normalcy that you may be expecting that may not come right now. And that's okay. We need to be okay with that. Not just as a society, but as individuals. You, the person that is watching or listening to this right now. While 2020 may have ripped away our sense of normalcy, it has also presented us with a treasure trove of new chances and new possibilities. It has presented us with a clean slate of sorts, one that we should be eager to jump onto and drive into the next phase of our lives. I'm not going to sit here and say, hey guys, everything's going to be okay, because I simply don't know that. What I do know, however, is that right now you, yes, you, have the unique opportunity to make the best of an opportunity that you may never see again. Accept that. Be okay with that. Grow with that. Learn from that. And become better. Good vibes.